Canada, Australia, United States. I mean, great to have you all with us here. So it's always a pleasure to share with you. Now, folks, I want to start off here at the top of the hour just with a little sharing in regards to what's going on with CrowdRising. Lots of excitement, lots of energy. Many leaders coming on board here with CrowdRising from different countries around the world. And you've been hearing us talking a little bit about the Alexa ranking for CrowdRising, and those that are monitoring the Alexa ranking for us, it's pretty motivating to see what is happening with the numbers, and we're keeping an eye on them. And I encourage you folks to do the same and take screenshots, because the historical data, I mean, it'll prove to be very beneficial down the road to you when you take a screenshot and say, look, here we were 550,000 global ranked. Here now we were 400,000. Here now we were 350,000 global ranked. And as our number keeps going down, it means our website is getting more hits and it's more popular than ever. So yeah, lots of energy happening in CrowdRising. So again, I want to congratulate all of you and all of our awesome leaders for just continuing on with the vision and sharing the energy about CrowdRising. All right, let me just see real quickly here if we've got our wonderful horseman and friend, Mr. Kai, on the webinar here today. I just spoke to him prior to the webinar. He's going to come on and share a little energy with us all. Kai, if you're in the room, just type in the chat box there. I don't see you in the menu here, but I could be overlooking it. So let me just scroll back up. No, I don't see him. Maybe he's having some challenges getting in, but we're going to have Kai with us here real shortly. Wind noise. Okay, let me turn it off. I got this fan running here, so one moment, please. All right, is that better, John? Let me know. Sometimes I forget to ask. All right, excellent. Thank you so much. All right, well, let's get started here while we wait for Kai. As soon as I see Kai jump in the room here, I'm going to turn over the microphone to our wonderful horseman Kai, and he's going to share a little energy with us. He always has so much to share with us here in CrowdRising. Any guests in the house today? Anyone here looking at CrowdRising for the very first time? If you're a guest here, please just type guest in the chat box. Would love to say hello. If you'd be so kind and identify yourself. We always love to make our guests and our first time to CrowdRising feel really welcome. So Kelly, yes. Does that mean yes as in a guest, or does that mean yes as in better sound? Not too sure. But either way, welcome to the webinar. All right, I see. Oh, Kai says no sound. So clearly Kai is having challenges. Can you guys hear me okay though? No sound, Kai says. Maybe it's just Kai's end. Am I broadcasting, folks? Okay, I am broadcasting. Thank you, Don, Patrick, Judith. Appreciate that. So clearly it must be a problem at Kai's end. Let me just type in the box here. Kai, can you hear us? Just so that I know. Sound is okay. Thank you, Ricardo. All right, if we get Kai, we'll get him to come up here. And if he is not, okay, excellent. So Kai is with us, and Kai can hear us. So I want to just personally say thank you very much to Kai for all he does for CrowdRising, for the community, and for the quality of people that he brings into CrowdRising. We're just honored, as always, to have our friend Kai with us. So please join me in welcoming Kai Jacobson out of Maui, Hawaii, to share a little energy with us all.
Hi everyone, can you hear me now? Great. I'm just happy to be here. That's all I can say is I really think this is a really fun community. The bottom line is, I'm just going to say it out loud, is I really like working with Pete, and I really like working with Gerhard. Life is short, and you might as well work with people that you really enjoy and that you trust and that really care and really not only do that with words, but with actions. And these guys are showing up. So many times I've joined companies. I've been in a lot of companies. I've been doing this for 45 years, and I built 100,000 people in at least 5 or 6 different programs. That so I've definitely built some pretty big groups. And so often I feel like I end up having to do so much of it on my own or recreate everything. I have to make all the PowerPoints, do all the webinars, end up doing so many different things. And with these guys, they're really just fully stepped up and committed. I'm kind of a background person here, and I am one of the horsemen, more of a silent partner, and step on sometimes. But it's so refreshing to work with real professional people that really care and really do it in their actions. I mean, Gerhard, even bless his heart, just the last few days, I've brought a couple details from my group that really wanted changes and more specific. It's always a work in progress, and the website that just some like for instance the when you're making a donation. We're going to change that verbiage a little bit, just on that little section about, kind of the golden rule, like treat someone like the way you would like to be treated, and give them an opportunity to step up. We're going to make that a little clearer right there, so that we don't have a big button that says "Step up now." It'll pretty much say, if you'd like to be kind and be treated and treat someone like the way you'd like to be treated, that that you don't miss the donation. At least give them a hey, hello, I'm going to be stepping up here. And within a short period of time, or if you can even wait 24 hours, that's great. If you got people right behind you, you might have to act quickly, and that's just the way it is. But you can at least knock on their door and say, hey, just want to let you know I'm doing this, and I'm going to be stepping up. And if you take care of it really quickly, then you're gonna get that donation. And if you don't, then I will have to take the opportunity to keep my business alive and focused. So there'll be a second button that'll say, if you can't wait, or you've waited and you're ready to go now, then you can click here. But we're gonna, it's, as I mentioned, it's a work in progress where we want to make this a user-friendly community of people that actually care about each other, and it's not just about me. And so all these little refinements and evolutions, it's a work in progress, but they get done. It's not like you put something out and it takes, like I've been in so many companies where it takes literally months. Like a little detail like that might take 3 to 4 months to get implemented, and we'll be seeing that within a couple days. And sometimes software programming that might take, again, half a year in some company to get done might happen in 3 or 4 days here, because these guys are so committed and so into it and so on it. And they're real field tested leaders. They've lived in the field themselves most of the time. And so they're really sensitive and attuned to what your needs are. So you're hanging your hat in a place where it's going to be evolving. What you see right now is going to continue to morph to be better and better and get honed in, and new things added over time that'll give it a fresh look. So it's not like you have to go jump from one thing to the next thing and so forth. Your voice will be heard here, and if it makes sense, it will be done. So that means everything. I mean, that's actually everything you could ever want. I'm in another program right now where it takes 5 to 10 days to even get a response back from customer service, and usually it's a one word like okay or nope. and it's it's in another country. It's so frustrating. Or when something has to be redone, it's even 10 days before you can get a response. It's very hard to get excited about working in a program where you don't feel connected and that you can that you're communicating. And that's what CrowdRising really is about. And that's pretty much the piece I have to say, Pete. It's you can make this whatever you want. I mean, you can go as full on and as hard and all out here, and you will be rewarded. It is the numbers. The more people you invite to take a look, and it's about inviting, and so easy to start just at $20. And the immediate returns are really quick, if because it's peer-to-peer payment. You can progress really quickly in this, and I would really emphasize to everybody to continue to step up. Make sure you stay ahead of your group. It's good. I've done a couple of these kinds of programs, and I usually stay 3 steps ahead of the people following my tail, so that I'm not always kind of on the edge of like, oh, someone's just about to do it and I might miss it, or they have to even be burdened to let me know that they're coming. I would rather create a culture where everyone is really a little bit farther, stepping up a little ahead and having that leaning forward into this, and you will be really rewarded, and people will follow your lead. And as people lean forward into this, the momentum will go much faster. If people hold back and wait, then it literally slows everything down 10 times tenfold. So lean forward. That would be my piece today to share with people is you are in the right place with people that care, that are going to take care of you. It's going to keep evolving and getting better and better, and some fresh looks to it over time with, will be new pieces added, not like changes, but more additions, enhancements. And this is a place you can lean forward into. Okay, thanks, Pete.
Thank you so much, as always, my friend Kai. Always a definite treat to hear from you, my friend. So you see, folks, one of the things that Gerhard and I personally are extremely excited about is just the caliber of people that we have the opportunity to rub shoulders with. People like Kai, all the leaders within the community, I mean, the volunteers that are there constantly in Skype and in Facebook. I mean, these people give their time just freely and just answer questions, help, support, roll up the sleeves, and are always there. What can I do? How can I help? Max has been phenomenal. He's recently stepped up to the plate. Lauren, I mean, always there. And, Susan, I mean, always on the button with Facebook, and Jerry and support. I mean, the list could go on and on here of the phenomenal leaders. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you, and to say that we are blessed to be in your company. So we're very privileged to have you all with us. So again, thanks so much, and all the leaders from all the different countries around the globe. We really do appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. All right, let's get started on a little presentation here today for CrowdRising. Again, my name is Pete Redekop, coming to you from the tropics of Belize, Central America. And we're going to go over the PowerPoint and spend a little bit of time on certain areas where I feel that the most confusion lies when it comes to understanding how CrowdRising works. And if you have any questions, just hold them to the end of the webinar, and we'll have a Q&A session as well with Gerhard and some updates, so stay tuned for that. For those that can't stay for the duration of the webinar, feel free to log out when you need to. And those watching this via recording, want to just make you feel really welcome. Grab a coffee, grab a beverage, and just sit back, relax, and just again reaching out and saying thank you for taking the time to join us here today. CrowdRising, the peer-to-peer direct funding network. Now it's definitely time for the little guy to win. Now the testimonials and the feedback that we've received, I mean, it is just absolutely incredible. When you see what we're going to be doing with the testimonial section on the website, which is work in progress, and you'll be able to go there at any time and just go and review all the different participants from around the world that share their testimonials, and we want to invite you to do the same. If you've got something that you'd like to share, whether it be live on a webinar or on Facebook, or allow us to post it on the website, we would love to hear from you. It's always a treat to get those letters of encouragement where brand new participants are just excited about CrowdRising. Now, I'm also going to say that go to the website. We're also enhancing the tutorial section of the website. This is before you log in. You click on tutorials, and you'll see some of the most recent tutorials there. You'll see a link to the CrowdRising official YouTube channel, which our wonderful friend Lauren Blaine is constantly working on and sharing all kinds of information that is really pertinent and relevant to CrowdRising. So again, thank you to everyone that is a part of this movement here. And that's what we have here in CrowdRising, a movement, a global platform that's based on peer-to-peer direct funding. We're going to focus on a number here in terms of potential. How does $8,600 potentially sound to you in the next 30 to 90 days? How does that sound? Now, obviously, this is based on what you do, what you are prepared to put into CrowdRising that will make all the difference. Now, everyone can participate. It is a member-to-member. It's $20 one time out of pocket. That's it. Every step after this can be self-funding using the proprietary platform that we have here with CrowdRising. Now, stepping up, the term that we use, as Kai just mentioned, we step up. We have stages inside of CrowdRising, and there's 10 stages, and some very exciting things will come down the road, and you're going to hear about them firsthand as you stay connected and plugged into these webinars, to our Facebook and to our Skype. CrowdRising is going to be absolutely phenomenal. It already is, but folks, mark our words, the best is yet to come. Now here we are, $20, and you come in, you donate that to the person that invites you. This can set in motion an avalanche of donations. I mean, they can come in daily, they can come in weekly, they can come in monthly. I mean, whatever happens, it boils down to what you do. And that's what's so exciting about this. So if you have a real need in your life right now, I mean, this is the message that you want to convey with the people that you share the CrowdRising message with. Whatever your purpose, whatever your cause, whatever your mission, whatever your fundraising drive is all about, CrowdRising can be the answer. And also, for the people in multi-level marketing, I mean, the numbers are on the rise in terms of the people that are being attracted to network marketing. They have needs. All of these leaders have needs. What are the needs? They have objections. What are the objections? Well, I don't have the money to join your primary business. We have a solution. Use CrowdRising as a feeder program for your primary business. If CrowdRising is not your primary opportunity, now that is great. Now, don't have the people is often the next one. Well, we can solve that too. We've got a great solution here. This is one of the greatest systems on earth to meet new people. And you can do that very quickly and very genuinely when you join CrowdRising and start the donation process and start receiving donations. You will meet people and get connected with participants from around the globe. How many of you in the room here would share? Just type in the chat box. Have you met some new people since you joined CrowdRising? Have you received some new connections as a result of your CrowdRising experience? Who would just type in the chat box here real quickly, so that if we have people coming here that are new, that are fresh to CrowdRising, how many have received, if you have received a new connection, some new people that you're associated with, and I think that's pretty much everyone here, just type yes in the chat box, please. So there you can clearly see, we have people making new friends, making new connections, so it boils back to, A, this can accomplish the funding that you need for your primary business, for your prospects, the people that you wish to introduce CrowdRising to, and it can achieve the goal of helping you get the people and the funds, both in CrowdRising. So very, very exciting. So watch how it works, folks. It's very unique. The CrowdRising platform, here you are brand new, my friend, and I'm going to pick on someone randomly in the room here. Let's pick on Tyrone right here. Tyrone, is it? Yes, Tyrone. Tyrone, let's just say Tyrone is new. And he comes into CrowdRising here, and Bob brought Tyrone in. And Bob says, hey, Tyrone, this is amazing. Donate $20 one time, and you're in. Now, Bob may have offered Tyrone an opportunity to pay it forward. What do I mean by that? Well, whenever you have vacancies on your row of 5, this is something that's at your discretion. Now, if you want to comp someone in, if you want to pay it forward for someone, that's 100% your business. We don't get involved in that. That is your opportunity. Me personally, I've done it from time to time. I certainly don't always do it, but I would do it if I suspected someone was in really big need. Like our friend Danielle from South Africa the other day. Those that were on the webinar heard this story. 5:30 in the morning, our phone rings, and he is so nervous about his CrowdRising account timing out in the next hour or so. And he was trying to do everything possible to get those Tanzania shillings into Western Union so he could send that $20 over to us. It was something like 50,000 Tanzania shillings. I mean, it was incredible, the number that he had to come up with $20 US, and we just felt so moved by this that Gerhard and I both said, you know what, Danielle, don't bother sending us the funds. We're gonna comp you in. We're just gonna bring you in because you know what, this is just there's a sign here. You calling us at 5:30 in the morning, us still being awake, and you calling us from South America. I mean, that must have cost them some money. So we just felt moved by this, and we said, don't send nothing, Danielle, because you know what? The chain of love is amazing. When you pay it forward for someone, genuinely give from the heart, it could come back to you tenfold. And it already is because Danielle is moving and incredible. I'm not sure if Danielle's on this webinar, but you're going to hear his testimonial down the road. And it's very touching. It's very moving. And Gerhard and I were just in awe that night because Danielle is like, he's in tears after this. Like, he was just beside himself. It's like, wow, I can't believe this. And he Skypes me back and he says, you know what? I will share the blessing within my team the same way that you have done with me. And the only thing I said back to him, my friend, never let the chain of love end with you. And with that being said, Danielle has been a blessing in our life, and that it's these types of stories that really move us, really motivate us. So here Tyrone is. He may have decided to pay it forward for someone if he feels moved, if he feels like, hey, this one's got real potential, and I think I'll get their attention by comping them in. Again, at your discretion. So here he is. Tyrone goes to work, and he brings in his 5 people. Every time someone comes in, it's a $20 donation to Tyrone, to his Bitcoin, to his PayPal, to his whatever payment method he has listed in the My Money section of his back office. Here, Tyrone has $100 in donations. Now, Tyrone is smart. He knows the value, and Kai said it on the webinar here. Step up before your people do. You don't know what someone's going to do. That very first person you bring in, they could just be a worker and just get out there and make this happen. So you want to make sure that you stay a step ahead of your team. So what we recommend is the moment you receive your first 2 donations, that you step up to the next stage. And that's what we do. We step up to the stages. Now, Tyrone here in this example had donated $20 to Bob, or Bob piffed him in, paid it forward for Tyrone. Either way, Tyrone is now stepping up to stage 2. Susie is the recipient of the stage 2 donation. So Susie receives a confirmation after Tyrone has physically sent the donation and physically completed step 2 in the back office. This is a push system, so you have to push. In your back office, you have to push so that the recipient has something to confirm. If you don't submit step 2, the person at the receiving end has nothing to confirm you. So it's very important to follow through. Just sending the funds is not enough. You have to submit step 2. Many of our participants forget to do that. So here you are. The moment Tyrone does this and he stepped up to stage 2, he now has the row 25 that's opened up. As Tyrone continues to invite more people, let's say he has more than 5, our spillover kicks in. Now I'm going to use an example. Let's say Tyrone was just a recruiting machine. He's got an ad running, he's got some advertising, he's got connections, he's got people he's reaching out to, and he brings in 30 people. Well, the question is, where would they go? Well, the answer is simple. Right into that row of 25, helping each one of the first 5 people that you brought into CrowdRising. So in this scenario, everyone systematically would get 1, 1, 1, 1, always goes to the weakest link, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. All 30 are in now. 5 front row to Tyrone, 25 second level to Tyrone. All of these 5 people that Tyrone brought in are like, wow, we just got 5 spills here. Wow, Tyrone, we love you. This is amazing. This is exciting. This is the most incredible thing I've ever done. You didn't even promise any spill, and look at it happening. Now, I'm painting that scenario only. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I don't ever promise spill. That's the first thing that you need to learn about how that works. When you promise it to people and it doesn't happen, they get disillusioned and they sit there on the fence waiting for this to happen. And sometimes that can breed a lazy mentality. Now, it also can really work in your favor when it does happen and someone says, even if it's just one, and someone receives that spill and they say, wow, this is incredible. I just received a $20 donation and it just came right into my Bitcoin or right into my PayPal. And what a great experience this was. So that is a great thing as well. Now, in the event that you don't bring in more than 5 and you choose just to go to work with the 5 that you brought in, let's say Tyrone is really smart in terms of how he wants to run this. And a really smart way is reaching out to the 5 that have said yes to you. And he goes and, I'll pick on the blonde girl here in the center. He picks on her and notices that she doesn't have her 5 yet. And he connects with her and he says, well, hey, what can I do to help? What can we do to get your 5 in? Well, the new person that Tyrone brings in says, I don't have a lot of people. I'm not sure how to reach out to these people. And Tyrone says, well, why don't we do a few Skype three-way calls? Why don't we do a little group chat on Facebook? Why don't we pick up the phone and make a few phone calls to some of your potential prospects? And let's talk to them. Let's just not hype it up. Let's not rah-rah this. Let's just be real, and let's just share with them how this can work. And by doing that, reaching out to your team, you are going to see an amazing thing start to happen. You're going to see duplication start happening because you have now taught them how to fish, not just given them a fish. So when you teach people, amazing things start to happen. Now let's move on to the next slide. Now as Tyrone sees the value in this and he starts seeing these $40 donations coming in, and keep in mind, all of the 25 people on that second tier to Tyrone, when these people decide to go and step up to stage 2, Tyrone is automatically the recipient of the stage 2 donation of $40. So the moment Tyrone gets 2 of these donations, he's not wasting time. He already knows the value in this, and he immediately says, all right, let me quickly go and step up to stage 3. He goes to his back office, and the back office points him to Jim, who's above Susie, right? Bob got the 20, Susie got the 40, Jim gets the 60 now, the stage 3 donation. So Tyrone makes the donation real quickly to Jim because he doesn't want to miss out. He doesn't want to be he doesn't want to have the pass up utilized on him. In other words, if you are not on a stage and someone beneath you decides to step up to that stage, our pass up kicks in where the donation goes up line from you. You don't want to have that happen to you. So here Tyrone is on stage 3 now. He's excited. Now the row of 125 is opened up to Tyrone. Now that's on his 3rd tier. Multiplies by 5, right? 5, 25, 125. All of those people, the participants on the 3rd tier, when they decide to step up to stage 3, Tyrone is going to receive all of the stage 3 $60 donations. That is motivating. And the cool thing here is, and I'm going to use that word, cool. It's really cool here in CrowdRising because you know what? You need 1 donation to break even on that level. And everything that happens beyond that 1 is 100% bonus for you, my friend. So that's amazing. I think that is totally, totally awesome. So let's recap what happened here. Tyrone brought in 5. They each donated $20. That was 100. Tyrone donated $40 to Susie. That opened up his 2nd tier, 25 donations, $40 each, potential there, $1,000. Not bad, right? And then by donating $60 for his stage 3 here to Jim, that opened up his 3rd tier, 125 donations of $60 each for a potential of $7,500. Now, if we add these 3 columns together, $8,600. That is pretty amazing, right? This can happen very quickly for you. And it all depends on how ambitious you are, how much energy you have. And the question often gets asked where people get a little confused is they think everything has to fill up before they receive these donations. And I recently had a gentleman Skype me and he says, yeah, but you know what happens if I can't get those 125 to fill up? You know, does that mean I don't get anything? And I said, no, my friend, it's as they come in. Every one. Really, he said, wow, He says, I didn't understand that. I thought like some of these programs, like when you get into splitting boards and matrices and binaries and the balancing act, well, we don't have any of that here. None of that exists here. Every time someone comes in, they donate to you when you do that donation. This individual got so excited, and all it took was just explaining it to him, right? It's one thing sometimes to see it on a PowerPoint, to see it, but it sometimes doesn't really resonate. It just doesn't really penetrate until someone just gives you a real life scenario and says, this is how it works. He got so excited, he immediately, that day, went out and got 5, and 3 of his people each got, 2 or 3 people that same day. So the power of duplication is incredible here. All right, let's move to the next slide. How does the pass up work? We touched on this, and we're going to touch on this a little bit more here. Spend a little time on this. Based on the support tickets that we receive, this is still an area where our new participants still have a tendency of not grasping it fully. And they trip up a little bit. Some of you are going to get this, no problem. You're going to understand this right away. Some of you may need this explained a little more thoroughly. So in this case, Tyrone, he stepped up to stage 1. Obviously, that went to Bob. Stage 2 went to Susie. 3 went to Jim. Now keep in mind, they have to be there. So in this scenario, Betty's due for a 4 when Tyrone goes to 4. But Betty can't receive a 4 because Betty's only on stage 3. So automatically, the software, if Tyrone doesn't want to wait, he can contact Betty and say, Betty, I want to go to stage 4. You're not there. You can quickly step up to stage 4. Love to send a donation to you, but I got to move now. So if Betty says, yeah, let me quickly go donate. I mean, clearly, Betty would be very smart to do so, right? Because she goes and steps up to stage 4, $100. She receives Tyrone's $100 donation back right literally the same day. So that's pretty cool again. Cool, right? So in this scenario, though, Tyrone wants to go to stage 5. Harry's not on stage 5. So what happens? Harry's on stage 3. Maybe Harry's not reachable. Tyrone has reached out. Tyrone gets a message again that says Harry is the rightful recipient, do the donation, but clearly Harry's not there. Harry's not responding in scenario number 1 here. So if Harry doesn't respond, then obviously Tyrone will contact Harry based on anything that Harry has made available in his public profile. Skype ID, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, phone number, email, whatever is there. Tyrone can reach out. But Harry's on vacation. Harry's not responding. Tyrone says proceed in his back office, and the software looks up. First of all, it looks to Paul. Nope, Paul can't receive a stage 5 donation. Doesn't even stop at Paul. It keeps looking up. Software points to Fred. Fred is on stage 5. Fred clearly is going to be the recipient of this donation. So automatically, Fred is awarded this donation from Tyrone, and Tyrone submits the stage 5 $200 donation to Fred. Fred confirms him. Fred is really happy. Tyrone is really happy. Now Tyrone is ready to receive stage 5 donations because he is now on stage 5 himself. So again, one of the things that we do recommend in CrowdRising, which is very, very important to us, is always when the system points up to someone who's rightfully due a donation and they're not there, I'm going to keep repeating this on the webinars. Gerhard and I constantly say this, is we're going to ask you to please do make every effort to contact that participant. They always have some information that they're sharing, whether it's a phone number, an email, a Skype, a Facebook profile. There's something there. Call them, connect with them, and just at least give them the courtesy. Because in reality, if you don't give them the courtesy, think about the tables turned on you. Someone in your team stepping up to a higher stage than you're at, and you're due a stage 5 or a 6, and this person doesn't even give you the courtesy of saying, hey, Tyrone, I want to step up to stage 6. You know, that's a pretty decent-sized donation already, right? Now, you would surely appreciate that heads up, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. So be a brother's or a sister's keeper and do the same for the people in your upline genealogy, because they are the reason you are in CrowdRising, right? So they made it possible by continuing to invite, and eventually you came into the equation. You came into CrowdRising. So I'm going to continue to remind everyone to do that. All right, the pass-up structure here is very unique to CrowdRising, and the only possible way that a person will ever receive multiple donations from the same participant is in the event someone fails to confirm a donation within 24 hours and your account is locked down. Now, if you fail to confirm a donation, when a donation comes in and the person has already sent the donation to your PayPal or your Bitcoin or wherever they send it, and you're not paying attention, and this recipient does not confirm you, automatically after 24 hours, the system locks down your account. You've received the donation, but you are now unable to receive any further donations until you submit a support ticket and explain why you failed to confirm. Maybe you're on holidays, maybe you just forgot, whatever the case may be, but you're no longer eligible for donations until you get that rectified with support. So really want to encourage you guys to pay attention to your accounts so that you do not have that happen to you. In the event your account does get locked down and the system doesn't recognize you then. So in this event, if rightfully, let's use an example, rightfully, let's say in this diagram here, let's say Harry was due for your stage 5 donation, but the account was in lockdown mode. Well, what happens is the software will look up and it will pinpoint the next recipient that is in line. That's the only time in CrowdRising that will ever happen. Now, we also really discourage people from unethical stacking. That means placing yourself in the system many times over and over again. And your people will see through this very, very quickly, and it will come back and it will bite you. So we do not encourage any form of unethical stacking. Just work the system, put your absolute best 5 people on your front line and help them. That's the key, help them. And very quickly, you will see very, very incredible results here with CrowdRising. Now, the funding potential portrayed in the following slides is not typical and not necessarily representative of the funding that will occur, if any, that a participant can or will receive through his or her participation in CrowdRising. All references to funding potential implied or stated throughout this presentation are for illustrative purposes. So again, we don't guarantee any level of funding. What happens there is completely up to you. CrowdRising is a free-to-use system. There's no admin fees. It's not a company. It's not a business. This is a donation platform. And again, it's up to you to decide what will happen. We have incredible terms and conditions that protect CrowdRising, protect you, the participants in the community. Everyone agrees to them when they join CrowdRising. And here's the beautiful thing about CrowdRising. No one that follows our system will ever be able to come back to you and say, Tyrone, man, did I lose my shirt in that CrowdRising deal? Never going to happen. And here's why. It's a $20 free will, one-time donation out of pocket that you give, not to admin, not to anyone other than the person that invited you or the person that you spilled to. That's where that donation is going to go. You have the ability to follow every single step and continually advance to all 10 stages from that one-time donation of $20 out of pocket. And if you choose to deviate from that, that's at your discretion. That is totally your choice. We don't encourage that. We don't say, hey, you should, this is mandatory. No. If you decide to, when we train and we share ideas, we're giving suggestions. This is always a buffet of ideas. And if you choose to do that, that is at your own free will to do so. So here's the CrowdRising platform potential, and it's based on 5 who refer 5. Now you can see the tiers on the left-hand side. We have 10 tiers that are visible to you. We have a member potential here of, it's incredible, multiplies by 5, 25, 125. The numbers get huge. Don't focus on the big numbers down below. They're really irrelevant. It's just a holding system for the participants that join. And everyone has their own genealogy. That's what makes this so absolutely unique. This is not one huge genealogy from CrowdRising down. It's not how this works. Everybody has an independent genealogy. The donation amounts here, 20, 40, 60, 100, 200, all the way to stage 10, 990. And I can share with you that we have people on all 10 stages, all the way from 1 to 10 in CrowdRising. And we only launched May 2nd with our official launch for CrowdRising here of 2016. So I want to congratulate you. If you're on stage 1, great, awesome, congratulations. If you're on stage 10 and you've made it there, wonderful. You are a rock star, my friend. And I want to encourage you all to follow the system and just share the blessings, share the energy. Amazing things will happen. On the right side here, you see the potential. Now, that's all it is, potential. 5, $20 donation, 100. 25, the row 2 here, $40 donation, 1,000. 125 potential on the third tier, $60 donation from each, 7,500. Now, if you add these 3 columns together, this is where 8,600 potential number comes in donations. Now, here's the amazing thing. What if it only works half that well? What if only half the people donated? Well, it's 4,300, right? What if only 10% donated? And you did this in 30 days. Well, it's $860 donations to you. Not bad, right? To many members that are new, participants that are new, that's really good. Most people don't even make $860 a month in online programs. I mean, you should see the average stats in terms of what's real. What do people really earn in the online space? Unless you're a super recruiter, most people don't make that. So anything that you're receiving here as a result of this donation platform is huge, and it's a win-win, and it will help you in whatever area. Maybe it's a mortgage payment, maybe it's a visa bill that's kind of behind, maybe it's a vacation that you want to take your family on, but just keep procrastinating, keep putting it off because you just don't have the necessary funding to do that little vacation. Well, all of a sudden here, with your CrowdRising platform, it's possible, and your family is going to love it, right? So dare to dream. Dare to dream, my friends. Now, how do you get paid? How do you receive the funds? We don't really use the term get paid, even though I just said it, but how do you receive the donations? How do you receive these funds? Well, in real time, directly into your payment processors, in the My Money section of your back office. We encourage you to enter 5 different methods, maximum 15. Now, what's most important is everyone should have a Bitcoin address back there. If you don't have a Bitcoin wallet, please watch our Bitcoin tutorials that we did to help you get a Bitcoin wallet and start using Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, PayPal, Payza, Solid Trust, whatever, Skrill, NetTeller, Cash, Western Union, MoneyGram. It doesn't matter what method you choose. Your local bank, I mean, add it there. You know, if you want people to wire the donation to you, you can put that in there. Whatever method that you wish to accept, My Money section. Add as many as you possibly can. And, you know, the more options you give people, the better it will be for them all. So again, I want to thank each and every one of you. I mean, we have, right now, I think we have participants in, I forget the latest stats from Gerhard, but I think we're in 40-some countries around the world already. So it's absolutely amazing to see how CrowdRising is really viraling and growing and moving into different countries, and different people are catching the vision. And we have so many leaders that have the binoculars, that got the telescope on CrowdRising. They're watching, they're preparing, they're motivated, they're excited about this concept, and some of them are just putting their game plan in place. So the numbers in CrowdRising are going to go through the roof. So again, just really want to thank you all, and it's been a real pleasure as always to address and to share with you, and I want to encourage you to get back to the person that invited you to this video, that invited you to this presentation, and start receiving your donations today. Life is definitely more fun when you are well funded. You have to agree with that statement, right? Because it's pretty hard to go on a vacation when you're flat broke, right? So CrowdRising could be that vehicle for you and just afford you and your family that little luxury in your life that you're possibly way overdue for. So again, get back to the person. We appreciate you, and again, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. So at this time, I want to turn it over to Gerhard Rempel, and he's going to be giving you a few updates and just doing a short Q&A session for everyone. So again, thanks so much. Have a wonderful, phenomenal, awesome day.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As always, let me quickly do a sound check. I unplugged my mic. I was told that my sound always sounds very muffled, and I'm using my internal laptop's microphone. Let me know if you can hear me. Can anybody indicate if you can hear me, please? Is it too loud? Is it too low? Please let me know so that I can make adjustments. It's good? All right. Awesome. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, guys. Yes, thank you very much, Pete, for that presentation. It's always well done, and I know all of the interjection that you use in the interim is coming straight from the heart. I know that you always shoot straight from the heart, and everything you mean everything you say. So that is always much appreciated about you, and I guess that's part of why I'm getting along so good as I do with my nephew. We go back many years since Pete was about knee-high to a grasshopper, so to speak. But that's for another day, as Pete has said on other calls, that one day he's going to tell a story about me and Uncle G. So that's quite we have quite a story to tell. We could write a book on it, but that, like I said, that's going to be for another day. Is there anybody in here that would like to see a real quick back office tour that perhaps has not seen the back office, everything, how it works in the back office? No need to repeat it or do the same thing over and over again, if everybody already has seen it. The idea is to, bring something of value or of informational use to those that attend our webinars, not always just give you the same old thing. All right, I see a couple of yeses. I see one sure. All right, please bear with me one moment. Pete, would you kill the slide so I can turn on my my desktop? Until you kill the slide, there's nothing I can do. I guess Pete has stepped away from his desk. Let me quickly walk over to his computer and take the slideshow down. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, I'm back. Let me quickly turn on my screen share, so please bear with me one moment here. I'm going to make it full screen, so hopefully you can see the entire page. If I did it right, then you should be seeing the page that I'm showing you, which is the log-on page. Let me come back to the room and see if my screen share works. Then you let me know. Were you able to see my screen? I see one yes. Okay, very good. All right. Now the reason I usually show after login, but the reason I want to start showing you the login because of this this CAPTCHA. A lot of people get tripped up about this. I know it's an inconvenience, but if this ensures website safety, then I'm willing to put up with the inconvenience. You click on this little icon right here. If you have entered anything incorrectly, then you will always see pictures pop up. Like, for example, with rivers. Sometimes it's hard to differentiate which is a river, which is an ocean, or just a standing body of water. So it doesn't matter. Just click all of them that have water. Even if you click the wrong way, it doesn't matter. If it has water, that's what we see it accepted it right away. I use RoboForm to sign in. I can find the right account I'm trying to log into. It's a bit slow at my end here. Okay, anyways, when you first sign up, you're either taken to this page or to the profile page. Doesn't matter. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to your profile page. My browser is horribly slow, so please bear with me. Let the page refresh. Okay, a lot of this stuff will already be here. Everything that was required in the sign up form is already on your profile. For example, your username is there, your email is there. This will be blank. Your Skype ID, we really recommend everybody to add your Skype ID. When you first come in, this will be blank. Just enter your Skype name. And then you click this little icon right here, save. Normally you would expect the page to update, to refresh, but it didn't. So to be sure that it's saved, just click on any other page or any other button, come back to your profile, and that's how you can tell for sure it changed. So there's my Skype ID. Canada, if you forgot to select the country that you live in on the sign up page, you click this little icon here, and then here from the drop down you can change your country. But all of the changes that you intend to make, you must know the answer to your security question. You enter here and then click to save. The page will refresh, and then it's going to reflect the correct country. If you misspell your name, or if in the future you want to hand this account over to somebody else, click this little icon right there, and here you can add it. You can change the name, everything again. You've got to have the answer to your security question, save it. So that's how you can change all of the details to somebody else in the event that you will want to ever pass this on to your account onto somebody else. The email, this is a bit tricky. Email address can only be changed if your email handler can accept or is accepting system generated emails. How this works, you click on it. Here you enter your new email address. Simply just put in the answer to your security question, save it. The page is not going to refresh. It's going to show you the same email address. What happens is the system has sent you an email. You just minimize this page, check your email, find it. If it's not an inbox, it's in junk or spam, and there's a link. When you click that link, two things happen. Number one, it changes your email address, while at the same time it's taking you back to your dashboard page or to your profile page. So once you're back in here, all you do is you just click on any other button, come back. If it runs successful, your new address will now be shown here. If you don't receive that email, then you cannot change it. And that's for your own safety, so that nobody can come in here and change your email address. In that case, if you need to change your email for whatever reason, and we highly recommend the Gmail because we get a lot of bouncing emails, AOL, Yahoo, MSN, Hotmail, most of them bounce. And that's the biggest reason of our email problem not going out. It's currently being worked on. They're trying to add as many exceptions as they can so that all emails will be acceptable, but that's still work in progress. So please bear with us while we fix that email problem. In the event that you cannot change your password, you simply just go over to support. Here you just select the priority. If it's not terribly urgent, leave it at low, and then simply go straight to the point. Change my email. That's all you need to say here. And here a brief message, and along with the correct email address that you want to have a change to, submit the ticket, and then as soon as either myself or our awesome assistant support manager gets to it, we will change email for you. Back to the profile real quick. Good, let me scroll down a little bit. Here you can change your password. It's very simple. When you go to the website, before you log in, there is a tab called Tutorials. there's already several tutorial videos on that page, but it's only visible before you log in. So I would highly recommend to go to the website, click on the tutorials. There's also now some German tutorial videos. We will add Spanish and whatever other languages we can get our participants to translate and make additional tutorial videos in different languages. They will all be on that page. So changing the password is really a walk in the park. You click on this little link, you enter your current logon password, select a new one, enter the same one again. They must match, or else the system will tell you that they don't match. Just put in your answer to your favorite question, save, and that's how easy you can change your email address. It takes you about 1.5 minutes at the most. IP security. Again, this is an inconvenience, but it is a safety. If you have it on, if your home address, your home internet changes, then you cannot log in. You will get a message saying that your IP security is on. You're trying to access from a different internet, or if you were elsewhere, or if a hacker tries to get into your account, if you have it on, they cannot. The system sends you an email that you click on to authorize access from that IP. If you don't get that email, you're locked out. You cannot get back in. So then you need to go, like I just said, you need to send a support ticket, mark it high priority, and we will instantly, as soon as we see urgent tickets, we immediately go and take care of those tickets first, and we will turn this off for you. So use it at your discretion. Off, it means it's off, and if you see the word on, the security is on. It's your choice, but just be advised that there is an inconvenience, but it is worth for the safety. Use it at your discretion. If you want to change, you're not happy with your security question that you initially set up on the sign up page, your secret answer, no problem. Click this little icon, enter a new question, come up with a new answer to the new question, enter your current password, not the answer to your security question. This change requires your current login password. You click on it, save, click anywhere else, come back to the page, and then this will have changed to whatever you change it to. For demonstration purposes, I use Pat, and I selected a name, and that is the answer I have to enter into everything. Over here on the right, you can change this. If you click on it, it will tell you what size the image must be. Like if you want to change it to your own picture, it tells you what size and what weight in pixels is acceptable. Anything else, it won't work. It has to be that size. Or you can select any other character from within the system there. That's entirely up to you. Here are your notifications. I mean, what your upline, your downline, and your upline will see, and nobody else will see this. Your email address, that one right there. If I turn this off, then neither my sponsor nor my referrals can see my email. They cannot contact me. If I have it on, which by default it is, and I highly suggest leave it on, because you do want to communicate with both upline and downline, right? Your character, this one right here. You want to hide it, or you want your upline to see it. Your upline and your downline, doesn't matter. You can on or off. Social links, meaning here you will add your Facebook group, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google Plus, whatever social sites you have, you click it, enter one at a time, save it, and then add another one until you have all of your social sites added. And then again, if you turn it off, nobody can see you, nobody can contact you on Facebook. They won't ever find you anywhere. So please leave this on, so that if in the event that you don't have Skype, so that they can quickly go to Facebook, they find you on Facebook and they send you a friend request, or they can send you an instant message on Facebook, on all of the social sites. They can instantly contact you, and you can find your upline or whoever else you're looking for in the social media sites as well. Skype ID, have it on or off. By all means, have it on, because again, this is for real, instant communication. Highly recommend leave it on. That pretty much covers it for the profile. Now, as a newcomer, once you've done this and you're happy with all of your settings, you're okay, but you're still not done, my friends. You still must go and click on hover your mouse on My Money, click on Accounts. Here, this will be blank, of course. If you're logging in for the first time, this will be blank. You cannot promote, you cannot refer, or you can do nothing without entering at least one payment method. So you click on Add New, give it a name, whatever it is. Let's say, for example, Payza, your Payza email address, not your contact email, the Payza email. If it's PayPal, it must be your PayPal email. If it's different from your primary email, that must be the processor's email. And here instructions to your potential donor. For example, please include 1%, 2% in fees, or don't enter nothing in your note to receiver. Whatever you type in this box right here, your referrals, those donating to you, they will see this message. And then you submit it, and then you're ready to enter another one. You can add up to 15 different payment methods. It's very, very simple, and it's up to you, and it's your responsibility to set up your payment methods, how you want to receive your donations. Bitcoin is by far the most recommended, and we will help you get set up using Bitcoin. Bitcoin will solve 90% of all the funding problems across the world. Let me quickly go back to this page here. Let me see here. This is where you find your referrals. Page is a bit slow. Here you'll find all those that are on your front line. And if you want to see who they sponsored, if anybody already has sponsored somebody, it's going to show up right here. If they don't, nothing is clickable. This one, okay, this is a direct to this account. Has one, is at stage 2, it has one referral. Now if I want to go and see who is that referral that my direct has sponsored, I click it, and there he is. Whoops, it didn't display. The page is too slow. It just sits here spinning. But let's not waste time. Your browser will be faster. It will show here. But in my case, it don't. This one has no referrals. Nothing is clickable. This one has one referral. And again, my page is too slow. It doesn't display it. But that's where you will see your referrals. That's how you can track them down. Once you're done with one of them, just collapse it. Otherwise, it expands and it expands endlessly downwards. See, here it is. This person brought this person in. Has 0 referrals. That's how easy it is. I collapse it. Now my line is shorter. It doesn't get longer and longer and longer for you to scroll. Once you're done, collapse it. We might revisit this area and implement a different view, but for the time being, I think this is pretty good. And here it gives you an option to email them. You can contact them on Facebook. You can contact them on Twitter. Whatever you make available in your back office that I just showed you, your social sites and your email, not hide it. Everything that you have added but not hidden will show up right here. How you can contact these people. If they only have an email, that's all you will see. This one has Skype. Awesome. I can click on this link, and then I can immediately send a message to Wilson via my Skype. We all recovered accounts. Now, this will change a little bit. Well, not the drop down, but there will be something in the dashboard. Let me go back to my dashboard. We don't know exactly yet where that will fit, but there will be a flashing object. Either in the menu bar or on the dashboard, there will be a flashing object that you cannot miss. If you log in and there is a pending donation, there will be a flashing object and you cannot miss it. That will tell you, hey, wait a minute, there's something that needs my attention. What do you need to do? You quickly just either, if you can make it possible, we will make that image, that flashing image, clickable. And that will take you to my donations. Pending donations. Right here, it will show up who it is, what stage they step up to, and then you will see 2 buttons, an approve and a decline, and to the right, they will see exactly what you will put in when you upgrade. Let me quickly show you how that's done. Upgrade. See, here it shows me what stage I'm currently stepping up to. Here it shows me what stage I'm at, what stage I'm operating to. These bars are color-coded, and here it shows me the amount that I need to send to step up to, from 7 to 8. I have to send $500. This is my upline. This is who would, as you can see, CrowdRising. This account was sponsored by the head position, which is co-owned by the horseman. You just scroll down, here's a clear message. You can't miss this message, that you have to select one of these payment methods. Let's say if you want to send a donation via STP, you click copy this link, you go to your STP, log in, send whatever the amount specified is to that username. Once you've done that, and that applies to any selection that you make. Once you have made that donation, you come back, you scroll down, and this is the all-important part. This one right here, step 2, submit your payment proof. Without this, submitting this, there is no way on planet Earth that your sponsor can approve you. If I had sent my donation via Solid Trust Pay, I would leave it by default. That's what it shows me. If I use PayPal, Payza, I will select how I sent my donation. That's where I will make my selection. If Solid Trust Pay, for example, I will enter my Solid Trust Pay username so that my upline can see that the payment was sent from STP, from this username, and then it makes it so much easier to identify it. The transaction ID here, I will paste in the transaction ID that Solid Trust Pay showed me after I submitted the donation, the amount I sent, whatever it shows in the bar up here. Let me quick scroll up. This is the amount that you enter. Let me quickly show you how you do that. A lot of people make a mistake. They enter the money symbol like that. That won't work. If I do this, that's not going to work. I have to get rid of the money symbol, and I have just doing this. It's not going to work either. You got to have the decimal point and then the zeros. By default, everything is in US dollars. But if you have made arrangements with your upline to send it in any other currency, this is where you make your selection in what currency you sent that donation. But this must be previously arranged with the recipient. Transaction details, that was already covered in here. This will be changed. This is where you add a note to the sponsor, to your upline. For example, hey, I just sent you a donation. Quickly go and approve me, or whatever. Ask questions or whatever you want your upline to see, and then you click on submit it. Please make a note. This is another area that a lot of people will get confused in. Here's an option to include a screenshot, but this is optional. Don't waste your time with it. If you're not familiar with making a puny small little screenshot, then just ignore this. Just submit it, and the minute you do this, let me show you what will happen. Well, it's not going to be there, but the system will instantly go and place a notification in this area right here. And as soon as we have added that flashing object or image, that will stare the person's in the face, the other in the face. Hey, there's something that needs to be attended to. He goes, my pending donations, and there will be in here to the right. Your upline will see exactly what you put into step 2. You must submit it, or else you cannot ever get approved unless you send a support ticket along with proof of payment, and then we will manually upgrade you, but that is not recommended. You only do that as a last recourse. Settings. Or was there something? Let me quickly see if there was something. Okay, yeah, I forgot one thing. Completed donations. This is where your stats will show up, received and sent. However, if ever an upgrade was done manually by the system administrator, it will not show up here, because it was not handled by the upgrade feature. Therefore, the system did not know what to put here. So you have to just keep track of the donations that you received. Donations that you sent, if they were manually approved, they don't show up here. No need to send a ticket because there's nothing you can do about that. settings. Here you can turn off your email. If you get tired of receiving too many emails, again, we are aware that the emails are not going out as they should, so please don't send tickets. We are aware of that. There were over 50 tickets in the past 48 hours, just letting us know that the emails didn't work. We are well aware of it. Turn it on. But when you see the word on, that means you will receive notification emails from every single referral that will sign up from number 1 down to infinity to 1,000,000. Doesn't matter. You always receive an email. If you get tired of it, turn it off. Off means no emails when you get a new sign up. Send an email when the payment is submitted for my approval. On or off, definitely on. You want to get alerted until we have the SMS system that will send you a text message. Email is the only way that you will be notified. Send an email when a payment I send is approved, yes or no. Of course you won't have this on. Now this is a bit tricky right here. It looks a little backwards because here it says on and off, and same as here, but this is backwards. Read what it says. Turn on to allow more than 5 direct referrals. Right now I have it off because I don't want to allow more than 5. I want everybody else to spill downwards. Number 6 and onwards, they will spill down to my referrals, to their referrals, and downwards all the way to level 10. If I turn this on, see now, turn it on to allow more than 5. If I leave this on, any new sign-ups that I get will be added to my row of 5. They will not spill. That's not what I want. This is your choice, but I'm just saying this is not what I do. I will have that off. I do not want to have more than 5 for myself. I'm not greedy. I want to help my downline. Number 6 and beyond will spill down to my downline. That will make them happy. That will get them excited because not only did they receive a referral, but they also received a $20 bill. And that's what gets them motivated. A lot of people tell me, hey, your spillover is overrated. It's not functioning. Well, trust me, it's not overrated, and trust me, it is working. But if you stop at 5, then trust me, you are not generating more spillover. Spillover only happens once you go beyond 5 operated referrals. Only then will you start spilling. Now let me take this opportunity to quickly explain to you the difference from what it was, how the spillover happens to what it is now. As you remember, when a new sign-up clicked on your link, and if you already had 5, then your new invitee was seeing a message that you already had your 5, and therefore the system has now selected one of your referrals to be the sponsor. Now that's when the spillover was happening. That has not been changed. It is going to happen when that new referral, when it clicks on the upgrade button. I forgot to show you that right here. Upgrade. When they click on this button, that's when the spill will happen. As soon as they click on this button, the system will now show who that new recipient is, not you. On the sign-up form, it will show under you. But when they upgrade, that's when the spill happens, and then they will see the new recipient as the sponsor. I think that's all we have there. Updates. Whenever we do a mass broadcast, it will stare you in the face when you log in. If it doesn't, and if you're curious what the update was, you click on updates, and there will be a subject line. You click on it, and up comes the announcement or news or broadcast or whatever it was. We already showed you support, how that works, the support ticket system. This is irrelevant. No need to make any selection that doesn't apply. How urgent is it? Low. You want to have it done, but it can wait. This allows us to concentrate on the medium of the most urgent first, medium second, and low last. Subject. Be specific what your request is. If it's I cannot log in, or my IP security is on, I cannot log in, that has to be high. That's top priority, and be specific. I cannot log in, or my IP security is on, turn it off. Hear a brief message, submit it, and you're done, my friends. Promotion. Here's a couple of simple banners, nothing truly amazing or great or whatever you want to call it. Here are the links. There's a target link and a banner link, a source link. This is your referral link. Right click, copy it, save it somewhere else. This is the link to invite people to join, but don't modify it. If you modify it, it's not going to work, obviously. And last, of course, is the logout, and I think we are done. Let me come back to the room here and the screen share. All right, folks, let's quickly open this up for a Q&A, and then I need to dive straight back into the support tranches and make sure that we're getting to all of the tickets. We had a tremendous backlog of support tickets because, like I said before, there were 50-some support tickets simply alerting us of the email problem, which we are all aware of. So again, please do not send a ticket on simply something like I did not get my emails. We are aware of it. And if you have already submitted a ticket on a specific request, please do not send additional tickets. I'm not here to make accusation or complain. That's not my point. What I'm trying to do is I'm asking for your help to make it easier on Jerry and myself to quickly get to the most urgent tickets, because if we see up to 15 tickets, and trust me, we saw up to 15 tickets from the same individual, from the same participant on the same matter. Believe it or not, 15 simultaneous tickets on the same matter. So can you imagine the time it takes to going through 15 emails, tickets, before we can go on to the next one? Because we do take every ticket seriously. We open each and every one of them. Can you imagine going through 15 tickets, all of the same thing? So that's where we need your help, folks. One ticket per subject, that's all we need. Thank you very much for your understanding. Okay, any questions, folks? We'll do a quick 5-minute Q&A, and then I need to jump back into the support tranche and help Jerry with the tickets. Any questions at all? Okay, I don't see any questions, so I take it that nobody has any questions. Let's just call this a wrap. We shall see you in our Skype rooms. And please do us a favor. As much as we love to interact with everybody and have fun, but please let's not do that in the support room, because a lot of people, they simply just want to come in there, ask a question, or see if the question that they had has already been posted and what the answers were. So do us a favor. Keep all of the chit-chat to a bare minimum, and take that over to our strategy room. That's our socializing and strategy room. There you can let your hair down, so to speak, and just have fun. Strategize with fellow participants what you would like to do and how you invite people and all the good stuff. But just keep it clean, and no links, no matter what the links are. Please do not post any links in any of our Skype rooms, folks. That would be greatly appreciated. If it's like links to funny videos, to music videos, as long as it's clean. In the strategy room, of course, they are allowed. When I say links, that means links to marketing systems, to capture pages. None of that should be posted in either one of our Skype rooms. Well, thanks, Peter. Appreciate that coming from you. Okay, folks, thank you very much for coming in. As always, it has been an absolute honor and a privilege to have been here with you all again. I'm looking forward to doing this again. I love supporting, I love helping people. That's what I live for. And all of the comments, including those that our awesome mutual friend and fellow horseman Kai was saying on our call here tonight, it's comments like that instilled that want in me to try to better myself and try to do more than what I do. So that is greatly, greatly appreciated. And that, I'm telling you that straight from my heart, ladies and gentlemen. But that's it. I bid you a good night. I'm looking forward to seeing you again here tomorrow night. Good night.